Hi there. Welcome back to Dungeon Master 2 Revisit. So I spent some time in the Batcave grinding some skills, doing a bunch of cross training. As you can see, with Torham, you got him. All of his skills are journeyman now. Journeyman forever, journeyman. And actually, Sari's got journeyman and everything except for priest, where just because I was crafting potions and poison cure potions and such, she ended up with craftsman priest, which is fine because she's going to be primarily my priest character anyway. But everyone is at least a journeyman level in all of the skills. Their mana, stamina, and health have all substantially improved over what they were before. And so now everyone's got a really good baseline for proceeding through the rest of the game here. One of the other things I did is I went and so I kind of touched on it before. I kind of like in the way that I played before, I really didn't use the ninja skill as much, which the ninja skill is very beneficial just for, leveling it up just to get the dexterity and the strength stats up anyway. But also, as I was saying, especially with how I'm playing it right now, where I'm not using any spells unless I've actively learned them through the game, as though I'm playing this for the first time, like I don't know anything. Early on, your wizard really has no offensive options. So the sling is a nice, especially with the rocks that you start with, in that beginning zone. The sling is a nice, inexpensive option for a weapon to give your wizard something to play with until you start learning some of the offensive spells. Because right now, the only offensive spell, actually I think the only wizard spell I know at this point would be the Firelight spell from the staff. We also know the health potion, the stamina potion, and the shield potion, and the poison cure potion from the various potions that we have picked up around the location. I've done enough grinding on the bats. As you can see here in the little alcove, I've got myself a nice little pile of bat corpses to sustain myself with. I can even put that one there. And we are going to move on to the Thorn Demon area and go get and proceed through the next zone. So, as I had said in my previous playthrough, the Thorn Demons are pretty docile. As long as you don't attack them, they aren't really like terribly hostile creatures, and they won't attack you unless you are actively standing in a position that is in their pathing. Like they're trying to move through the space that you're standing. They'll swat at you to try to get you out of the way, but they won't actively go after you unless you start attacking them. And here in the Thorn Demon Zone is where we get our free bow, which is why I didn't really mention picking up a weapon for Sari when I was talking about the sling, because you get the free bow in here, and the bow is an excellent weapon for her to take advantage of The bow is an excellent weapon for her to take advantage of. It gives you a full quiver of arrows, plus an additional 3 arrows to fill the rest of your sheath, and also 1 Slayer arrow. So it actually gives you the perfect number of arrows to have to fill for shooting without having just not another quiver entirely. I'm gonna give this dagger back. I'm standing in the way of one of these Thorn Demons. I'm gonna give this staff over to Torham so he can get the extra mana. And Eventually, we're going to want to come in here and kill the Thorn demons and collect Thorn demon steaks for food. But at this point in the game, because the bat cave, I got all that pile of bats, plus I got some worm rounds and the bag of food that I started with, I'm not in a situation where I really need to go and get food. So I'm just going to ignore the Thorn demons for now, and we'll come back later, because we're going to be coming back here after the wolves anyway. Alright. So, oh, yep. This is where we first run into the Vortexes. Ow, 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 ow. Nope, nope, okay, let's retreat. Vortexes are annoying. They're not hostile technically. They just randomly fire lightning bolts in whatever direction they happen to be facing. And if you are unlucky, in which case I was, they're all clustered right around the entrance of the zone, and they all just started hucking lightning bolts around where I was standing, so bad luck on my part. We'll get everyone healed up and take another shot at it. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to kill them. They are incorporeal. They can't be damaged by normal means. And there is a wizard spell that damages the incorporeal. But at this point in the game, I don't have it. I would not have learned it, so I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to approach this as though, you know, I haven't played it before, so. But yeah, you want to make sure to grab the mana blossoms, because they are... Just try to not stay in line with any of these vortexes. Just grab... Don't stay in one spot too long. Grab everything off the altar. You can check it out later. And make sure to grab the mana blossoms as well. They have mana blossoms in here will regrow, and you can eat them to restore mana, which is very beneficial because it's the only way to, other than sleeping, the only way to restore mana early on. They also just sell for a decent chunk of money too. So in the bag that we had, we actually found a firebomb, but more importantly, we got another bag. So I'm going to give the firebomb to Grain, and you can potentially use that as a backup weapon here. Stick that in the pouch. We don't need... We'll definitely keep the extra pouch for storage purposes. We can go and deposit the old map, because we're not going to be... Honestly, we could deposit the new map, too. We're not going to need it, but... We'll put these back here. We'll hold on to the bag, because that'll be... that'll be beneficial for carrying lots of little things. In fact, I'm going to give Torhem the clan key and have him keep a hold on that. And we're going to move into the next zone. Actually, I want to check something. Okay. Alright. Moving into the next zone. And there's a digger worm right off the bat. Yep. And already here comes the thief. Oh, these digger worms are not... Come on. Alright, well, I guess we're going to be dealing with the thief first. He's going to run off because he considers the arrow I just stuck into his hide as something he stole, so he's going to go deposit it. Dagger. This is where he deposits his stuff. And here's the next door. And here is the teleporter pad with the tech shield. And this is where we learn the reflection spell. Zobro Ross. So, antimatter, cooperation aspect of the thief creates the reflection spell. That kind of makes sense. Let's see, where did my... Oh yeah, and here's... Grab my Slayer arrow too, for that matter. Yeah, as you can see, the ninja weapons are the ninja weapons are much better than I gave them credit for in my initial playthrough. Especially Slayer arrows in particular. And collect these fairy cushions because they sell well. And here is the Bane Bloom, our very first magic weapon. So actually, you don't necessarily need to get the sling for grain, because this is where you actually can get his very first magical weapon. It's treated as a staff. It gives 6 mana when you hold it. And it has the Poison Cloud spell, which is O-Ven. So that makes sense. Air, poison. Let's see. And it's full powered. The other nice benefit of using the Bane Bloom so using the spell off of the Bane Bloom will give you actually wizard levels. But you can freely use the Bane Bloom's magic, because in this case, the Bane Bloom will regrow. So you can always come back and get another one if you want more. So it's actually beneficial to just use it. The Wolf Zone. So this is another one of those animals that it's better to just evade. Don't spend time... Because for the most part, they are not hostile. Like, they'll occasionally snip at you. But, like, right there, it more growled than... And I think it's more just because I'm kind of standing in the way. They will snip at you, but they aren't really too aggressive. But the moment you attack one, they will howl. And here's someone who was not nearly as lucky. As soon as you attack one, it howls, and then then you have the entire pack of wolves on you, and you really don't want the entire pack of wolves on you. Get through the swamp here. All right, stop down here and distribute our things. We can. Does the cape do anything? 59, 35, 46. 59, 35, 46. 46, 52, 43. 46, 52, 43. No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even have defense. I don't know what the benefit of the cape is. Other than just style points, I guess. We're gonna give him the horned helmet so he gets some defense. And let's see what in the chest. Ah, yes. So here's, well, get some more gold coins, which I can put away in the money box. And in fact, we just got another money box too. So let's empty that out. Having a second money box can be beneficial, because I don't remember if I addressed this one. I don't remember if I addressed in the first video. You can trade in the money box at the sell table to any of the shopkeepers, and they will sort the money up to their highest value denominations. So if you have 4 coppers, he'll take 4 coppers and give you a silver. If you have 4 silvers, he'll take 4 silvers and give you a gold, and sort them all the way up. The reason I never do that is because it kind of runs counter to bartering if you don't have a lot of the low coins, like the coppers and the silvers, because you're going to want to have a lot of the smaller coins to be able to try and barter. However, in instances like this where I'm getting a lot of gold coins, I might want to trade some of those up into emeralds, in which case having the second money box can be useful, because then I could just take a bunch of gold, stick them in the second money box, trade that one in, and sort it, and then transfer them back into the main money box. But anyway, getting back to the chest. The chest has the scarab in it, and it has the suzerain in it. The suzerain gives plus 10 mana when you wear it. So we want, and I believe I gave this on my previous playthrough. I gave this to Bane so we could finally start learning spells. Again, I could have just given him the stabs, but in this case, because Sari is using this bow, I want her to have the extra dexterity. So I'm gonna keep her with the Cloak of Night, and I'm gonna give Grain, since he's going to be my wizard and he's going to be casting the spells, I'm going to, the offensive spells, I'm going to give him the suzerain for the extra 10 mana. And the other object is the scarab. The scarab can be used. It has a full power Ya-Ire spell, which, if I remember correctly, is the party shield spell. It puts a defensive shield around the entire party. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, it's a party shield. But once, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, once you use it, it's a single use item. Once you use it, it's gone. It disappears. You don't want to do that, because this is a small item that can fit in the pouch, and when you have it in hand or in your sheath or pouch, it gives plus 5 mana. So this is another item where I don't use the scarab for its I don't use it for its magical effect. I use it for the bonus mana that I can just slot here in anyone's pouch. I'm going to give it to Sari here in this case, since she's my priestess. And she's not getting the bonus mana from the suzerain. I'll give her that, and now she's getting a plus 5 mana thanks to the scarab. Oh, you know what? I just realized, since I'm playing Grain, I actually have the rope. I've never used the rope. I wonder how that works. Okay. So here's the strength potions, incidentally. There's 3 strength potions on this side of the cave. Then there's big giant boulder. And 3 more strength potions. Strength potions themselves are beneficial, but more importantly, it's that we just got 6 new flasks. So, now that we are done playing around down here, we can go back up. And we have the rope, so if I want to descend in any of the holes, we can. And we can get back into the safe place, and just in case the wolves start surrounding us. However, here's another thing that I actually got wrong. And I got this wrong, confidently wrong. Like, I stated this very confidently, and I was very wrong. So up here, in the wolf area, there are these pits. And on the other sides of the pits, yeah, actually you can see the wolves can actually jump over the pits. On the other sides of these pits, in certain locations, are gold coins. I very confidently stated that these gold coins cannot be obtained. They're just bait. They're just there to bait you into falling into the hole. Falling into the holes, trying to get to them. You can't get them. Don't worry about them. And then, almost immediately after, without skipping a beat, go, anyway, here's this bone that the game gives you, and you can throw it, and it will distract the wolves, and they will go and fetch the bone and bring it back to you. And that keeps them off of you while you move through the zone. I did not even remotely put 2 and 2 together. That was rude. Now this is not something that I will admit, this is not completely obvious. Because you really don't have any reason to believe this is the way it would work. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here. But, even so, I was very, very confident in stating, oh, there's no way to get these coins. Guess what? If you take the bone and throw it across the pit, the wolves will jump over the pit to go and fetch the bone that you threw over there. And they will bring you the coins! So, yeah. I was completely wrong. So if you want to go and give yourself a little extra money, just go ahead and take the bone and throw across all the pits here, and you can get the wolves to retrieve the coins for you. Save myself. While they're going and getting that, I'm actually will go make a break for the keys here. I don't want to get stuck in here, but it's keeping them busy, so. Okay. Rude. And then lastly, there's this hole over here. Throw that over. And I'm gonna park myself in this little alcove here, because this is the path that leads over to the next zone. Or, well, I should say leads to the previous zone. This is the path back over to the Thorn Demon area that you can open up. What is it doing? It's like it's because I can hear it picking it up and setting it down. Is it? Oh, that's right. It can't move into the zone, or it can't move into this spot right in front of the zone transition. So it's getting confused because I'm standing in a position where it can't reach. Throw the bone that way. Alright, so now we're gonna go back through the Thorn Demon zone. Because I believe this is where we can go and get the crossbow. Yep. I kinda don't like the pacing of this. I don't think I talked about it at all. Probably because I wasn't using the ninja weapons at all. But I don't really like the pacing necessarily of where you go through the Thorn Demon area, it gives you the bow, and then the very next area, you can find the crossbow, and it's like, oh, well, this bow is obsolete. And I think actually about this point is where we can start, playing, start getting aggressive here. I don't know if it shoots, if the Bane Bloom actually shoots 3. Yeah, I actually kind of see it. It seems like it shoots 3 poison clouds, which is even better. There we go. Get ourselves some Thorn Demon steak. Oops. Alright, so we're missing 2 arrows. There's one of them. Or actually, no, we're missing 2 arrows because I had 2 Slayer arrows. I picked up a second one. I must have... Oh, did I sink it into... Was I attacking a different Thorn Demon there? Yep, was that okay? The Thorn Demon I was attacking the first time ran away. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, I think he's getting close. He looks like he's running. playing with fire a little bit. Alright, now we're set for food for a while. Quiver refilled. So there's the one downside to using the ranged weapons is you gotta spend time reloading. But if you can muster that in the middle of a battle, or I shouldn't say reloading, refilling the quiver, which you don't have to do in the middle of combat. But see, while we're here, let's pop back down to that back cave and get the emerald as well. And then we will. Eat up these worm rounds and get rid of them. Alright, so there's one other thing I wanted to address in here real quick before I teleport back. You'll notice that I've got the Bane Bloom, and I've used up a good chunk of the Bane Bloom's power at this point. Here's something another person actually taught me and told me about in the comments. So magical items. If you sell a magical item to a magic shop, it will not recharge them. There is, as far as I know, there's no legitimate way to go and recharge a magical item. Mine. Except... Oh, where did he go? I thought he started walking back up here. I bypassed him, apparently. He's still wandering down here. Mine! So, yeah, you can't, like, even selling magic items back to the shop will not recharge their power. As far as I know, like, you can't, only the Newman staff will actually get recharged by being put back in the pot. However, the thief is dead. However, items that are stolen by the thief, when he comes and drops them in his little stash, they do get recharged. So you can actually recharge your magical items because this thief in the wolf zone, in particular, this one thief is the only one in the game that will actually respawn. You can come back here at any time and let him steal your drained magic items off of you, dump them on the ground, kill him, and pick up your stuff again, and it'll have a charge again. I'll leave it up to the viewers here whether they want to call this an exploit or not. I kind of like it as... I call it a loophole. I'm going to call it a loophole because I like the ability. I like the fact that there is some way... it's a little cheesy. It is a little cheesy. But I do like the fact that there is a way to get get magic power back in your items. Because we teleported, we got the thief in this. I do like the fact that there is a way in the game to recharge the magical items because it encourages me to actually use the magical items. Because that was always the problem, is I would never want to use any of the spells because it's like, oh, well, once it's spent, it's gone. I'd always kind of wished that there was a way to get it back, even if it was just like, oh, you got to spend a certain amount of money selling it back to, selling it to the magic shop or whatever, and when you can buy it back and you'll have a full thing of money, or it'll have a full charge again. That doesn't work like that, but you can, yeah, there is a way to recharge magical items. You can let the thief steal them, and when he deposits them on the ground, they are fully recharged. I'm assuming it's because it treats them as a completely new item. Just probably the way it handles the thief's inventory. It probably just considers it a completely new item when it drops it, and that's why it completely recharges it. But and we're gonna actually probably replace this scythe soon because it's losing its value very quickly. Now the thief back here is dead. And actually, I mean, like, the thief back here isn't that difficult to kill. So if you wanted, you could just leave this thief alive. And whenever you need to restore your magic items charges, you could let him steal it. I believe he drops it. He either drops it over there or he drops it over in the little alcove where the scythe is. I don't remember. But I'm gonna sell some of these spare daggers. I'm not gonna use the trade-in exploit, or it's not. I mean, I could, but it's not really necessary. Because I could just buy like a really cheap item at the buy table and then put all of my items on the buy table instead. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell all of this normal food now that we have the Thorn Demon steaks. Mana Blossoms and the Fairy Cushions. And this should give us a decent chunk of cash right here. Actually, we can sell the worm rounds too. We're not going to need these. Yeah, we're fully stocked on steaks. Get rid of some of these daggers. Alright. I'll go and put this away. Sell the daggers. We'll hold on to 2, because we'll get more as soon as I warp back over there. We can sell the bow as well. You know what? We're gonna sell the sling as well. Now that we got the Bane Bloom, I don't think we're gonna need that. And honestly, I'm a little yeah, we'll sell the scythe as well. I was gonna wait until after we did the Axemen stuff, but I'll just double dagger it. And we can go and get rid of these rocks. Grain can use that. I'll give him the staff for spell casting. And actually let him... We could actually get everyone prepared. Prepare the poison cloud spells as well, since that's our one offensive spell now. Keep the stake, keep the keys, keep the stake. We can get rid of the rocks. Can't sell them. I don't know if we're gonna need the rope. Should stow away our extra arrows. Actually, it might be, if we can find another bag, we're probably going to want that and stow away some of these potions, because I don't want to carry the chests. The chests add an unnecessary amount of weight.
Mine!
I think I actually just pushed him. Yeah. Prepare poison spells on everybody. And we'll move on to the next zone. Hey, Digger Worm. Get out of the way. Oh, come on. Actually, you know what? Here. Steal my shield. Thank you. There. If I remember correctly, that shield does not start fully charged. That... Oh, it's still not fully charged. Interesting. Yeah, for whatever reason, he can't steal the tech shield. I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of him. Bloom, dagger, dagger, dagger. This is why I sold so many daggers. So interestingly, that thief didn't... It stole the shield from my hand, but it didn't regenerate the charges on the shield. I wonder if it's because I didn't look. Or maybe it's because I couldn't even use... I didn't even have the magical power to use the... It's an interesting... Alright, well, we'll try it again. I don't know if there's any more thieves in this zone. I think I killed it. I think it's just digger worms up until we hit... Oh, you can actually see the... There's a kind of cave there. I believe this is where the, yeah, up there. I believe this is where the shortcut is once you get into the lower caverns of the Once you get into the lower caverns of Skull Keep, I'm pretty sure that's where the shortcut opens up. Yeah, I think all of this is digger worms up until we hit Axemen. Come on. Such nuisances. There we go. This is where the Axemen are. We can bypass them for now and head over to the shops in here. I believe until I approach the altar, it doesn't even really release most of the Axemen. Just so there's only just one guy wandering around in there. What I want to do here real quick is... I'm gonna do something perhaps a little stupid. I'm gonna buy the katana. Because I've never actually used the katana in the game. Because none of the characters start with it. And the first village has the katana sold out, so you can't actually buy it. And usually by the time I reach this point, I would be like, screw the katana, I'm buying the Vortex. So it's like, but because I haven't actually gone and gathered up any of the axes from the Axemen yet, and I want to try out the katana and see how decent it is. Because that's the other reason I usually wouldn't buy it, is because I'd have the sword from playing Bane. So I'd be like, all right, Morningstar and sword, that's a good enough, those are good enough early weapons. I don't need the katana. You know, once I upgrade it with the Vortex and some of the other stuff, then it's fine. But I'm gonna try out the, because it's relatively cheap compared to some of the other stuff. I'm gonna try it out, and I think, and in this case, this is not abusing the thing. This is actually where the intention. I'm going to trade in a bunch of these daggers. How many daggers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. How much is the daggers worth? 2 copper. Not as much as I was. Of course, they might be using. I wonder if it's using its price from the other village for the calculations of that. That's actually. Well, let's see. What is it? Emerald. Will at least cover the costs of the gold coins. Let's see, he wants 3 emeralds and 2 gold for this. Theoretically, I should be able to buy this with 3 emeralds if I wasn't doing the trade-in.
Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Take the 2 coppers back and put on another silver and see if that's enticing enough.
Huh. Huh.
He seems to be considering it. One more.
Uh-oh. Huh.
I forget how many golds I put down.
Huh.
I think it was 2.
Huh.
That's effectively... Okay, that's effectively another gold. I put down 4 silvers.
Uh-oh.
1...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
2... 1... 2...
Huh.
3... So the question is, do all of those daggers add up to a gold? He doesn't seem to think so.
Huh.
Let's see, 2, 4, silver, silver, silver. That's 3 silvers.
Huh.
Assuming that he's treating him as full price because you can't really divide two coppers. That should be enough. Because it should count as 2 copper, 2 copper, 2 copper. And there's 2 coppers and there's 6 of them, so that should be 3 silvers. Plus 1 more silver, that should be a gold. That should be 4 golds now, along with the 2 emeralds to make 3 emeralds, and that should be 3 emeralds should be enough. Maybe 1 more copper, just to tip it over the edge. There we go. Okay. Tell you what, we're approaching 1 hour here again, so I'm going to. Well, I'm not really. I was gonna say I'm gonna finish doing my shopping here over in this village, and then I'll come back. But I don't think I'm in a position really to do the shopping yet because I haven't dealt with the Axemen. Because once I go and sell the axes from the Axemen, then I'm in a position where I can go and do shopping for some of the additional items I need. So you know what? We will not end the video here yet. So one of the things I discovered that's really effective against these Axemen is because they have this really long stealing animation where they try to steal your item. They are really, really affected by the poison cloud. Something I never would have discovered if I, was just sticking with my fireball strategy. So I actually was pleasantly surprised by that. Because, yeah, I should address something. Well, you know what? We won't worry about it for now. Alright. Now it's on. Unfortunately, I didn't grab the other key. Oh, I hear you. Stupid digger worm. I remember what happened last time. Enjoy the stinking cloud. It's so effective because they get stuck in the animation for so long trying to steal your stuff. The poison cloud is just so useful against these guys. It's amazing. Alright. Now that we've dealt with all of them, we can grab the key and... I don't remember if there was anything else. I don't think there was anything else of value in here. I'm not seeing anything. Alright. We have our stockpile. Okay, so we can go and sell these, and then we'll have a nice money bag, money box. Oh yeah, daggers are substantially, or well, not substantially, but they're decently worth decently more here. Smear, blue steel, club, war club, mace, morning star, tech mace. I don't think you can buy the tech mace from the other. I honestly don't remember. Well, either way. Alright, so we got some money. Now I'm going to go back to the Axemen village and actually do some shopping. Because there's some things I need to buy. I was about to start talking about something that I didn't want to start... I didn't want to get into in the middle of fighting the Axemen there. But, so I was talking about how I was using the poison cloud. So, some people might be wondering, it's like, so why is it taking me so long? You know, I made the joke at the beginning of the revisit of, you know, what year is it? And why is it taking, some people might be wondering, it's like, why is it taking me so long to finally make a new video, or make more videos. One of the problems that I had kind of run into was, yeah, okay. I'll go over it real quick here while we wait for the rain. Part of it was part of it was technical problems. I started, if you go and watch the old video, I believe it's a 480p, which for the day was not unusual. You'll also notice all the parts are 10 minutes long, which is, you know, that was the maximum you could do on YouTube at the time. Or it was like 15 minutes was the maximum. But also, like, there's a lot of white noise, and my microphone wasn't that good, and I started running into problems with DOSBox trying to record some of the games I wanted to do, and that frustrated me a little bit. I'll practice some spells here while I talk. So that frustrated me a little bit. The other issue that I ran into is just as far as production. It was kind of also just a production quality thing. Because I also have a tendency to be a perfectionist, and this is where I'm getting back around to where I was talking about the poison cloud earlier. Is case in point of my you know, how I have a tendency for perfectionism. I recorded 3 full hours of this revisit already before this, and tossed all 3 hours because there was a lot of me going, I don't remember, like, I had the things that I wanted to correct myself on, but there was a lot of stuff of like, I don't remember if I talked about this in my previous playthrough, but blah 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 blah, and then I would talk about something that I talked about in the previous playthrough. I went and recorded all of it, and I was all ready to, was like, you know, let's get thinking about, you know, preparing to upload it, and actually trying to make some thumbnails for it, because, you know, I've never made a thumbnail for any of my videos. I didn't care, you know, it wasn't a thing when I made the original videos, even, really, to make thumbnails for videos. But I got all of it recorded and went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, I was like, you know what? I bet I could do better job at recording it. I should probably go and rewatch my old playthrough and see what things I did talk about and what things I didn't talk about, and see if there's any other things that I needed to address. And there was actually a couple things that I caught that I also got wrong that I didn't initially have on my list of things that I wanted to correct. So it was a good thing that I did it. But that's a part of my, like, perfectionism, where I just scrapped 3 hours of recording just because I was like, you know what, I can do it better. And so, you know, that's what's happening right now here. Alright. So what's gonna happen here is, I think now's a good time to stop it. When I come back, I will be in the Axemen village, and I will have finished doing the shopping that I wanted to do, because there's some other things I want to buy before we continue on to the next zone. So I'm just going to stop it here, and when we come back, that will be where we are. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.